David Game, chairman of David Game Group of Colleges, his principal, John Dalton. He was expecting Colonel Bhatti to come here. So Dr. Saab, can you take his best wishes for Colonel Bhatti, because he's his friend or known to him. Can I say that very kind of you who have defied the British autumn and made it. So thank you very much for coming this evening. But I think you have not done anything wrong that you have made yourself wet or whatever, because you are here for a very good cause. And the cause is, because I'm blessed. Let me start by my blessings. I'm blessed from my family. They always support me, whatever and wherever I do, whatever I do. I'm blessed because I've got friends like you who have always supported me. I'm blessed because I live in United Kingdom, which is a democratic country, and it has given me opportunities, and nobody needs to be supported because the state and the government is supporting. Pakistan is moving toward that system, but it is still far behind. And I'm also blessed because I was born in a very remote village called Jhok, and that's why the name of the charity which you are here for is called Jhok Aid Project. I wanted to put Malia as well in it, but I thought it will be too long, so that's why I put it Jhok Aid Project. So this is a village in Chinnor. It used to be called Jhang, and now it is district Chinnor. But if you visit, and some of you will be speaking about your experiences in that part of the world, it is still very remote. I'm very happy to inform you that when I was a young man of age of 5 or 6, I used to travel 3 to 4 miles away to get my basic education. Now there are 2 schools in that village. One is for women or children, girls, and one is for boys. And the boys one is high school, and girl one is made last year by the Chief Minister of Punjab as a middle school. And we, the Jhok Aid, provided some furniture to it. As you can understand, there was no furniture, there were only walls, and the children still sit on the floor. I'm not going to speak about it, why it is there, because it will become a political statement, but I want to tell you that still a lot is needed in Pakistan. And when I saw that there is a female girls' school and there is a boys' school, what should I do? I thought to start a charity which will be for the most vulnerable people. And I think you can go on the website and see that it was a charity where one of my colleagues, who is going to speak in a minute, went there, and for a whole hour when she was meeting those kids, she was crying. And when I asked her to say a few words, she couldn't speak. So I think anyone who lives in the United Kingdom is blessed like me, because we live in a very democratic, free country where everything is provided by the state. We pay for it, but it is provided to us. But there we are still working on that route, and I hope soon the education and health is up to the standard which we can be proud, as we are proud of in this country. I know that in this country NHS was established many, many years back, and it is not up to the level, and it is improving, but it will carry on improving. So can I invite Dr. Ajmal Khan, who is the Secretary General of Pakistan Professionals International Association, to start with the recitation of Quran, which even we are not Muslim, we still believe in it. So can I ask him to recite with Quran to start the meeting, and say some poetry as well, but it might be in Arabic and Urdu. I know there are a couple of people who understand Arabic, Urdu, and English, but not everyone. So can I invite Dr. Ajmal?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to be here in this evening. I welcome you all. I have to say this, that Mr. Mushtaq Lashari has been instrumental in this wonderful project. I heard about it in Pakistan. Actually, last week, somebody specifically, before I was invited, mentioned about this Jhok project. And I have to say that hats on to Mr. Mushtaq Lasha. He is doing a wonderful job. I'll start my bit of recitation, and before that I must greet you with the greeting Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be on to you all. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr illa allazina amanu wa amilus salihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Ameen. Ab mein chand ashad. I'm sorry, I didn't want to exclude my non-Arabic and Urdu speaking guests. My apologies. Few verses. अब मैं नात के चंद अशार पेश करूँगा कि वो जिसका जिक्र होता है ज़मीनों आसमानों में, मुअज़्ज़न की अज़ानों में, फरिश्तों की दुआओं में, वो जिसके मोजज़े ने बज़्म हस्ती को संवारा है, वो जो बेयारों का यारा, बेसहारों का सहारा है, सनाहा जिसका कुरान है, सना है जिसकी कुरान में, उसी पर मेरा ईमान है, वही है मेरे ईमान में। और निदा आई दरीचे खोल दो ईमान कुदरत के, नज़ारा खुद करेगी आज कुदरत अपनी शान कुदरत के। बसत अंदाज़े यकताई बगायत शोके ज़ेबाई, अमी बनकर एमानत आमना की गोद में आई, और फरिश्तों की सलामी देने वाली फौज गाती थी, जनाबे आमना सुनती थी, ये आवाज़ आती थी, सलाम आमना के लाल महबूब सुबहानी, सलाम फ़ख्र मौजूदात फ़ख्र नो इंसानी। और आखिरी शेर हासिल कलाम भी है और मेरी ज़िंदगी का हासिल भी यही है कि तेरा दर हो मेरा सर हो, तेरा दर हो मेरा सर हो, मेरा दिल हो तेरा घर हो, तमन्ना मुख्तसर सी है मगर तमहीद तुलानी। वस्सलाम। थैंक यू वेरी मच ऑल ऑफ यू। थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, Ajmal Khan Sahab. Can I also thank, and I think that is a very special thank you, thank to His Excellency Sayyid Ibn Abbas, the High Commissioner of Pakistan to UK. He came here at 6:30, as you know, because everybody believed that any program which is organized by Mushtaq Nishari will start on time. And he was here for a little while to greet everybody, and he was very pleased that there were some people that he greeted. So I thank him for allowing us to hold this event here, and he has also nominated his number 2, Dr. Israr Hussain, who will be speaking to you in a minute, and I also welcome other officials of High Commission who are present here. Shahid Beg Saab is sitting there, and Anjum Sohail is around, he might come, and many other, Khalid Niazi is there. Can I now invite, my next speaker is actually from Chinyot, and when I was a very young man, about 12 miles from Chinyot, we didn't have any hospital, any small dispensary or anything related to health. And the nearest hospital was called Fazl-e-Ilahi, which was started by his family. It was a charitable hospital. So charitable work in Pakistan or in that even remote areas is not a new thing. It has been since 1947 or even before. So can I invite, and he is also a great worker of charities. He sends a lot of furniture and medicine, and he has done a lot of work with many other colleagues. Dr. Amjad Gulzar, Sheikh Dr. Amjad Gulzar, to come and say a few words about his charitable work and his support for Jhok Aid Project. Dr. Amjad.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Mr. Shari, and all the distinguished guests. When I never knew that he was going to invite me for the speaking, so I was not prepared. So, well, I will just take a few minutes just to say that, well, he said that there was Fadl Hospital, which my father, established and was legacy of my great uncle. Now, if this was built on 35 acres, and to build, it's a 200-bedded facility, and entire treatment from basic treatment to surgery, everything is given free of cost. And if you are going to build this hospital now, at the present moment in time, it will cost 60 million pounds. And this is a charity which is given by a single family. Not in the history of Pakistan has been that much amount of money given by a single family, nor I think will be given by anyone. I hope it will. But this is something which has been forgotten, and we couldn't run it because it was such a huge project that we couldn't run it properly. And in 1971, in the initial parts of 1971, when Bangladesh was created, unfortunately there were a lot of refugees. And this hospital housed 70,000 refugees at that period of time. And because of these refugees, hospital went into this repair and was then eventually given to the government to run it. Anyway, that's a very short history. Now, I have taken interest again in that hospital, and I've started taking teams of professionals and doctors to run a few services there. And our charity rehabilitation response, which is part of PPA, and the chairman is Dr. Zafar Saab, who is kindly started, and named this charity. Through that charity, we send school furniture, and we send teams from UK and all other parts of the world to go there and work there free of cost, doing surgeries and everything sort of related to that. Now, we established Artificial Limb Center, we established a physiotherapy center, we established an orthopedic center. Now, whenever I see a disabled, I get emotional. Whatever is required, for the disabled people, I just, want to give it away. And I want to give my services, my, finances, whatever. Now, we have established that disability center there in Chinur, in Sheffield Hospital. And through that center, there are around 25 employees who are just working for these disabled people. And what sort of disability, your kids have got there, whether it's cerebral palsy or congenital deformities or club feet, we are doing free operations for them from the time they are admitted to the time they walk again. It's a very small procedure, but that changes their life. So they are, they can come and they will be provided accommodation, they will be provided free medicines, they will be provided free surgeries, and then physiotherapy as well until they start walking again. Now, if they require furniture, I'm happy to provide them, a container load of school chairs and tables, which I regularly send to Chinur. I've already sent 14 containers load of school furniture until this date, and we are happy to provide this to your Jhok project. In any other way, if we are, could be of any help, me and Zafar Saab would be happy to, extend that help to you. And
thank you very much. I think this is a start of a campaign which we will be doing over the next 4 months, and the basic purpose, Dr. Saab, is to establish a small center, because in that village still there is no place where you can do these sort of things, and people can't even travel. The disabled children we are working with are mentally disordered children, and their parents even don't allow anybody to know that their child is disabled. So it is very hard task, and my next speaker will speak about it. She has visited many times our project. She has opened it, she has met those children. So can I invite Sandra Setley, who is a trustee of Jhok project and founder trustee of it. Can I invite Sandra Setley, who is a journalist and has visited many times this project. Sandra.
you very much. I'll just make a few brief comments. Mushtaq is quite correct. I think I did say a few words when I visited the launch of the project for the disabled children of Jhok. But I was truly touched. I had never seen such a mass of children who were being carried by their parents often, and some of them were well over toddler age. The joy of the children was incredible, despite afflictions that wouldn't exist to the extent they did there if those children had been born in the West. I despair about any disabled child in the world. I'd like to draw attention to this year marking the 25th anniversary of the Convention of the Right of the Child. This is monumental that this has been going on. And every year a report comes out from UNICEF about the state of children in the world. They highlight disabled children in addition to all children. A few quick comments that we should probably are all aware of, I'll be very brief, is that children living in poverty are amongst the least likely to enjoy basic human rights, but children who live in poverty and are disabled are even worse. Every child with disability has rights, underlined by the convention, and something that we are all aware of here, ranging from access to services, support, and opportunities on a par with other children, even in the most remote settings and the most deprived parts of the world. These are basic human rights. Unfortunately, children with disabilities are often regarded as inferior, which exposes them in turn to increased discrimination, abuse, abandonment, and sometimes murder. Take the highly publicized story around, over a decade ago by the Mirror about a disabled child in India that had been chained up. Not going into the details, but this is something that had an impact on myself and Mushtaq in terms of setting up this charity. A UNICEF report, one of their many states, in their State of the World Children's Report, children with disabilities go a long way in drawing attention to the universal plight of children with physical and mental disability. Few countries have reliable information on the actual statistics. This is unfortunate. But those countries that do give us some hope, and with the work of UNICEF, I'm not a spokesperson, but I admire their work immensely. They are hoping to compile greater database so we have a greater understanding. Unfortunately, Pakistan is one of the countries at the bottom of the statistics that they gather, which is unfortunate. Jhok came into being in 2000, the year July 2000, and we were up and running by 2001 in our small center in Pakistan's Jhang province. I visited for the opening, as I've already mentioned, of the center that we were starting to do some work for in 2005. But I've been to Pakistan prior to that on a number of occasions, and indeed I was there last year again. I'm always, I'm heartbroken when I see disabled children, but I'm uplifted when I meet and talk to the peoples of Pakistan, because they are loving and generous people. And the people of Pakistan, I know, would like all children to be equal, to have the right to medicine and potable water, education, and the normal list. I would just like to say that our immediate concern is to take this project forward. We need a thrust, we need donations. The future of this project is something that we are all concerned about, because it could have been any of us or any of our children. And if we were living in a place like Pakistan, we would be truly, truly disadvantaged. We're doing something small but important, something I think that will be a leap to the future, to enfranchise children who are born from no fault of their own into disability. We hope that you will be able to give us your donations, and we thank you tonight for supporting us so generously by being here.
Thank you very much, Sandra. Usually we don't have many speakers, but today I know that because it is a good cause and people will be very brief, I have invited few friends. So 2 Pakistanis, now 2 British, and then 2 Pakistanis, 2 British. So that will be the end. Can I invite now my friend who has also visited or indigenous and Pakistani, British Pakistanis, because all of us who are sitting here are British Pakistanis. So can I invite chairman of David Game Group of Colleges, who has also visited my village and he had a lunch with my family, David Game.
Thank you, Mushtaq, for inviting me to greet these people. And I really am slightly different from the other people here because I'm not actually involved in any specific charity work, apart from, of course, running schools, which sometimes seem like charities. I have, however, known Mushtaq for a number of years. I've known the charities he's worked on, and in fact, the year before last, Mushtaq did an amazing event on behalf of Major Langlands in Lahore, a party for 1,000 people, and raised a large sum on behalf of Major Langland's famous school and college in Chitra, which I have been associated with. I actually also went with Mushtaq on a different trip to purely to visit his area, Chiniot, and that region of Pakistan. I should say that I've been to Pakistan maybe 50 times in the last nearly 30 years. I could say I do know Pakistan quite a bit. And we set up Westminster School and College in Karachi and in Islamabad. And I love visiting Pakistan. I can certainly say that you do get the most amazing welcome, in spite of the bad press that Pakistan gets from here. When you are there, you are always enjoying the most fantastic time. It's one of the most interesting countries in the world. Amazing variety of people you meet. For instance, going to the depths of Sindh and staying with tribal chiefs. Where else can you do that? And the most picturesque country. But best of all, I like the Pakistani trucks and buses, where I've taken 1,000 photos. And a few words about Mushtaq, I should say. When we did fly to Pakistan, I remember flying all night to Karachi. And although I travel a lot, I needed a rest. I went to sleep for several hours. Mushtaq rings me and says, "I'm meeting 150 people for lunch. Would you like to come?" I'm afraid I declined on that occasion. I'm sorry not to be up to your standards, Mushtaq, but I'm sure your charity will succeed. And another thing I've noticed in Pakistan, how many charities there are. It's a country full of most admirable charities. I visited a number of wonderful charitable schools, for example. It's amazing how many people do the most amazing charitable works there. So it's a country where charities are greatly appreciated. And from what you have been hearing tonight, I'm sure that this one is very, very worthy. And I should finally say that I, of course, did visit your village, Jhok, Malia. And we had a wonderful lunch in the winter sunshine, not like this weather. It was guaranteed sunshine in the middle of the village with tables all spread out. About 200 people turned up, and I think they were all your relatives. And Mushtaq was in a suit and tie, they were all wearing Pakistani dress. So it was a very memorable occasion. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Most organic food as well.
Yes, indeed. It was a great occasion.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Steve. Okay. Thanks much, Steve Hepburn. Can we give him a big hand? In the next 10 minutes, we are finishing, so if you want to eat lovely food, in 10 minutes. Huh? Oh, you have to catch the train. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. I know we started late because of the weather. We usually, thank you, and have a safe journey. Can I invite the first chair, Majid Saab, who want to announce some donation. He's chairman of Shepherd Bush Mosque, Sheikh Majid Saab, and a very senior person. I wouldn't say the age. He was the first person to arrive here at 6:30. Sheikh Majid Saab.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Mushtaq, invite me and call me to deliver a speech. You must remember, I'm a straightforward person. I won't go around the bushes. Truth is always truth, and it is bitter. Mushtaq has started, and the challenge is, we have started a project which will be supported financially by the Pakistani people living abroad. This truth is coming from my mouth. I will never tell a lie. I hold a respectable position in a place where no one is supposed to tell lies. Now, but Pakistani people living in this Pakistan, the people, those are rich. They are number one crook. Note it in your books. Even the officials, they are crook. Right? Only people they have a sympathy with the Pakistan, with the sympathy with the people of Pakistan are the poor people, and they deserve every kind of help. And that help can be provided by the only people, by the only people living abroad, like Mushtaq. Right? Though he belonged to a tribe which is known as Lashari, I never called. There are a number of people living in this country. They are also Lashari, but I never called anybody with their tribe. Though I am myself something, everybody is something. But in English society, in the Western society, that doesn't count. The character of the person is count. So our character should be like that, according to our books, to look after all the humans, regardless what they are. So I congratulate Mr. Lashari in this respect. Whatever possible, whatever my sources are, I'll do my best. I'll ask my relatives in Pakistan. Luckily, they are in good position. I'll ask them to pronounce and give maximum financial support to them. Though we are already run a project which helps the poor people, needy people, since 1947. Prior to the independence, right? We are running that, but we don't publicize. That is run by our own money. But I'll ask my sister, I did ask already, to allocate some money out of those funds to this project. We call it Jhok, they call it Jhok. So I said to them, in a Jhok, in Jhok, they gave the project, Mr. Lashari, I know him very well. He's an honest man, and they are doing the project similar to us. Kindly help them. So she said to me, end of this year, I'll see my budget, and will definitely give maximum support. Thank you very much.
David mentioned an event last year in Lahore. It was on 12th of April last year, and I raised about 10 million rupees from Pakistan. So there are a lot of good, rich people in Pakistan who do donate to the good causes, and I'm pretty sure the people outside and inside, and it is not only people of Pakistan, but I have been donated by many English friends as well. They came here and they went because they had to go somewhere. There are some who are sitting here. So it is a humanity which is more important than any country or any region. So let's work together to make this a more peaceful and more equal world, which I hope we will speak in another occasion. Can I invite first Chaudhry Muzaffar Saab, who is the director of Best Ways Cash and Carry, to come and say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Sir.
Dr. Islam Saab, and respected guests. You know, Pakistan is a developing country and still considered among the poor countries. No doubt, cities have got a lot of things are being done by local people, by Pakistani living abroad. They are playing their major role there in development of Pakistan. But the life in villages is still the same as they were living thousands of years ago. I'm telling you. You go deep down, the life is same. There are hardly any facilities available, and there's a lot need to be done. Whatever we do for charity is a help, either you donate little or more. I congratulate to Shahri Saab, he has done a big job. You know, actually we owe a lot to Pakistan. The people Pakistani living here, they came here, they made fortune, and they should remember their country, and especially the place they belong to, the village and city and places they belong to. Because we owe a lot to those people. God has given us, no doubt, and I think we should open our heart and contribute as much as possible to the good cause. Thank you.
Zafar Khan Saab, President of Pakistan Professional and a great charity worker, former chairman of Limbless Association. Whenever there is a disaster in Pakistan, he is the first man to do whatever he can do. And he is the man who brought Ismail, the young 9-year-old child from Iraq. If anybody remember, whose whole family was tarnished by a missile, and he was 90% burned. Now he's a 24-year-old boy, married and working for international children of disability like himself, Zafar Khan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Very good evening. Thank you, Mr. Sir, for inviting me. I will be very brief. I'll just like to mention only two things here. One, I'll just mention about Pakistan Professional Association, and I'd like to mention why we want to support Jhok project. Pakistan Professional Association was formed in 1993 on 14th of August in London, and it was formed to provide a single platform, first time in the world, a single platform to professionals across the world to share their knowledge and experience, to support and promote a lot of things like education, health, poverty. My Secretary General is helping me. When you lost for words, he never lost for words. At Pakistan Professional Association, there are many professionals who are luckily here. You have heard Dr. Amjad Gulzar, he's a renowned surgeon. Dr. Ajmal Saab, he is a practitioner, aesthetic practitioner. And Mushtaq Saab was saying that he is blessed with many things, and our group is blessed by providing support to many charities. We don't do any charities. We don't have our own projects. We support projects through our experience and knowledge, and provide support to other projects. And the reason we want to support Jhok project is because this is a good cause. It is for children with limited abilities, mental, they have got mental retardation or physical abilities, physical disabilities. And Dr. Amjad Gulzar has already offered through one of the centers that we are able to provide physiotherapy and other surgical procedures which are next door to Jhok Jhok village. I'm sorry, I'm a bit lost for words because whenever I like to talk about disability, I myself am wearing prosthetic limb, and that was the reason why I was sort of gone into Limbless Association, and I chaired that charity for 10 years. Disability charity. And I hope this project, which Lashari Sahab has started, will go success to success, and you will have our support all the time.
Thank you. We are about 80 people sitting in this room, but there are about 70 million people out in United Kingdom, 200 million people out in Pakistan, and about 7 billion people in the world. So our work starts today for not only Jhok project, but other projects. Here is Muhammad Azam somewhere sitting at, who is the coordinator of Third World Solidarity, Tooting of Southwest London. He has already asked me that he wants to host a dinner in support of this charity, most probably end of October, beginning of November. My next speaker will be saying why he is here and what he wants to do for this charity. He has said many good things about Pakistanis, and it's good to say, but let me thank few people before I invite my next speaker. Sheikh Javed Rahman Sahab, who is a founder member of People's Party, thank you for coming with Bhabhi ji. And he has already always supported this. Dr. Zulfikar Sahab and his missus, Tania Mahmood and her mother, these are the people, Hiba and Alia ji, basically from Iraq, but then they lived in Pakistan and now they live in London. So Arabic, Urdu and English, and I don't know who knows how many other languages they speak. Hiba works for the Time newspaper, so anybody who wants to have a connection with her, she's sitting there. Memona is another person. There are many in this hall. Sheikh Javed Rahman has already supporting a lot of charities in Pakistan. He does here as well. Ghulam Freed, everybody who's come here. Nadeem Kazmi Sahab is used to be good friend of Prince Hassan, but I don't know who he is good friend of nowadays. I can see Mr. Kareem sitting next to him, and many other people who are here. Thank you, Zamir Sahab, John, everybody. Can I invite Nahid Hayat, who has traveled all the way with her son from Reading. Then Chaudhry Afzal Mahmood one day phoned me and he said, Mushtaq, can you have a lunch with me next week? I said, fine. Always good to have lunch. Dr. J. Sheikh Saab, Dr. Ishtaq Saab, thank you very much. Shahid Beg Saab, you have hosted him here. So, Mian Masood Saab, you are late, but welcome. He called me, and when I was leaving after lunch, wonderful lunch, he gave me another £250 for Jhok charity, which I'm very thankful. Chaudhry Afzal Mahmood sitting here. I hope, as I said, our work starts from today. Zamir Haider Saab, Jose, I know everybody, Nana ji, and everybody. I think our work starts today. Here is the website. Here is the bank details. Go home, ask your friends. If you can donate £1, fine. If anybody can donate £1 million, I don't need any more. So I think 1 million will be enough for that one center. When I come back for next center, then you can donate me more. But I think I don't say people to announce or anything. I don't push people, but it is up to you. Go home and look at the website. Look, if it is a good cause, donate monthly or weekly or 6 monthly or once in a year, whatever you can. I'm always thankful to the journalists who come. Asif Dar Saab, Mushtaq Sindhu Saab is sitting here. My friend Mujahid Umar is here. Others as well. Not only Hiba, but there are many journalists here who are among us, and I'm always thankful. Can I invite my brother? I call him brother because he is like my brother, although we came from a very different sort of creed. I think his background is Scottish-Irish. Mine is Balochi, Middle Eastern Syrians. But since we have met, and it is about 11 years ago, we have become brothers. I think we were born apart about 5,000 miles, but we were together from first day. Can I invite David Hudson to come and say a few words? MP for Blade and about 300 miles. He has to travel with us tonight. Sorry for delaying you, but here it is.
got the Scottish bit wrong, it's Swedish. And I haven't got £1 million either, I've got £1, that helps. It's great to be here, and it's great to be doing things like this. The people of this country got a wake-up call 3 weeks ago. It was a wake-up call from a 3-year-old boy who drowned in the sea. Who shouldn't have drowned in the sea, who shouldn't have needed to be there. But thank God, sadly, if it had to happen, it's actually made some people aware at long last. And we have to start facing up to our responsibilities in this country. There's a sad side to that, there's always a sad side all round. But the fact that people start to do things now and weren't is very positive. But on the backside of that, a number of people have emailed me, written to me, and other MPs, saying, why on earth are we helping people from Syria, from Libya, from Africa, when we've got trouble in our own country? We've got people who are poor, people who can't get houses, people struggling with health problems. We have this austerity agenda in this country. And they're right, it is a problem. But it doesn't mean to say you forget the people in the rest of the world, because if you do that, the whole world suffers. Making other people poorer because your people are poor isn't the way for human beings to behave. We are all the same under the skin. We do all have the same needs, and I wish to God we're in a situation where things we've heard tonight about the health situation in Pakistan, the education, etc., that it was brought up to a higher standard. There's a job there for politicians from all colours and all creeds to get their act together and start putting a bit more work into having peace than what we do into having war. We spend half as much time and probably 1/10 of as much money on peaceful things rather than military things. The world would be a whole lot better place to live in.
Yep.
At the end of this year, this is about self-interest as well. Because I have a very, very clear view that we live in a world that should be based on solidarity. What is happening and why we're raising money for these people is because we want them to have the things that we have. We also want to make the world a better place for us to live. And if people can live in better conditions, then hopefully we together can have a better world, and we can build a better world for all of us. As part and parcel of my commitment to this project, I will work with particularly the Asian community in the North East of England, who are very, very strong supporters of mine, who do a lot of good work on the charity front. And I'll try and organise, and I'll obviously involve you, Mushtaq, a dinner in the North East, when we get people together, and hopefully we'll make a big contribution to what's going on. But, in the meantime, I commit to you and to the friends in this place tonight, we'll do all we can, inside out of Parliament, to support this thing. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much, Dave. My next speaker is a doctor. He's done a lot of PhDs. He's a friend of Dr. Zulfikar, and I think colleague as well from Faisalabad or Lalpur. I call it still Lalpur. He is HOC, everything I think in this High Commission. He's done a lot of work for the community, and he's appreciated by the community here, and he's representing His Excellency. Can I invite Dr. Israr Hussain to come and speak, and then food, and I'm sorry for 20 minutes late of food. Sorry.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Almighty, most beneficent and omniscient. Mr. Alderman, that's when a tall hack comes into your room, you can guess who is coming. It's Mr. Mushtaq Lashai. I call him Alderman with love because he's a senior man here, started his career as a politician and now a philanthropist. I would share a few thoughts with you, but first of all, let me welcome you all on behalf of the High Commissioner, High Commission and myself to the High Commission of Pakistan, and a very good evening to you as well. And I acknowledge the statement by the Honorable MP sitting with me on the table, who has agreed to raise the Jhok project or discuss it in the Parliament, in the British Parliament. Now, one thing which I always feel, Pakistan is a young country. We're just 68 years old. And if we start comparing it with Britain, more than maybe 2,000 years of history, it's just not comparable. It's not fair. What British has achieved in the history of 2000, I think we have started minting those miles and crossing those bridges. And in just 68 years, I can say, because my land is in the area from where Mr. Mushtaq Lashari comes, that we have got schools for girls, we have got schools for children, we have got a primary hospital, what we call the basic health center. It is not the tertiary hospitals available there. Yes, there is a problem of drinking water. We are doing those projects of purification of water, recycling it and supplying to our community, to our people, to our young children. But it will take time, and we are on the right track. That's what I can say. Yeah, one thing more I would like to say, that had we have been ruling India or the subcontinent as we were doing, and the British Empire has not colonized us, then it was easier and comparable to what British Empire or United Kingdom is today. And then we could have valued that whether we have got roads driving in villages and electricity, telephone. Even now I can say with confidence and with conviction that we have got the highest mobile telephone density in Pakistan. A gentleman who is running a donkey cart is carrying a mobile with him, and you can always ask him to come and pick your baggage or throw your whatever debris is. These things, these were few expressions which I wanted to share with my august audience. Now regarding the Jhok project, we Pakistanis, I take pride in that, we do a lot of philanthropic work even in Pakistan. Many people, including the overseas Pakistanis, I would say, very blatantly. The name of ED, the name of Hamdard Foundation, the name of Insar Bernice, and so many that I cannot, it will be a long list if I start enumerating them here. But overseas Pakistanis, I mean, after leaving their homeland, coming, living here a more comfortable life, if they think back, it is commendable. And for that, I would like you to give a big hand to Mr. Mushtaq Lashari. Regarding the Jhok project, he hasn't mentioned me, but we both have been working on that for last 4 months, if I say. Right, and this inaugural sort of movement which we have started from today, we're going to carry it up, and I can assure Mr. Lashari that we would be standing shoulder to shoulder with him in the High Commission. We enjoy great relations with Great Britain, and they are increasing with every day which passes. In future, and we see the cooperation growing, and similarly, our community growing here and living comfortably. With that, I don't want to be an obstacle in your sumptuous, very well-smelling food. And with those few words, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. The food, I think, is ready. Hello, Usman. The people of the food, Bhat Saab zara unko bula lijiye, please. Unko kahiye ki I think they should start. Can I thank everybody once again, and especially can I ask David and Michael to go first, and if you have to jump the queue, I know you have to catch the train. I'll come to you in a minute, and Rob as well. Thank you very much, Rob, for coming, and I know that this weather has stopped many people. I know they were trying to come. Naeem Khizr Saab, thank you very much. Everybody, I think once I have said the names, Amr has crossed the river. He is a businessman on the other side of the river, so I hope that he will come to many events and we will start working. So is food ready? And yeah, Usman Saab, yes, the food is ready, and there are 2 buffets. You can start from whichever you want to and enjoy the